one thing that's been bothering me ever since we first added a player character is that it's not very good at pushing the ball. So I'm just going to move the player character back a little bit so we can reach the ball more easily, and you'll see what I mean. I've got a ball here and I definitely collide with the ball. I can't move through it, but I'm really not affecting it very much. I can kind of change its direction if I snick it on an angle, but most of the time it's really just in my way. It's not behaving much like a rigid body that I can push. So I'm going to find a way to push this ball. The first thought you might have is we've used signals before to check for collisions. Unfortunately, the signal really just tells us that we've collided with something, and it doesn't give us quite enough information to push the ball. The other option we've got is in our player script, at the very bottom, we're running this line move and slide that moves our character around and makes sure that all the velocity and other physics bits have been applied to it. And once we've run move and slide, Godot gives us a list of all the things that you collided with while you were sliding. I can get access to all of them by writing a for loop for n in get slide collision count. That will tell me how many things I collided with as I was sliding around. And I write var collision get slide collision n. So n is going to slowly increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I've collided with 5 things. And then get slide collision, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will get me those 5 things. So that collision object has got more information than we can get out of a signal. It tells me how fast I was going while I was colliding, it tells me what direction I was going in while I was colliding, and it tells me what object I collided with. So to get the object I collided with, I'm going to write var body variable, collision.getCollider. That's the thing that I've just collided with. The only type of object that I want to push is a rigid body, so I'm going to check that that body I collided with is a rigid body 3D. And now that I know I'm about to push this thing, I'm going to get the direction I want to push it. Push direction. I get that from the collision as well. I write collision.normal, which means sort of the direction between me and the other object. I want to make sure I'm pushing this away from me, so I am going to put a minus sign in front of that. Negative collision normal, so it pushes the opposite direction to the way that I'm going to be pushed. Finally, I'm going to apply all of this to the body I've collided with by writing body.apply central impulse push direction. So that applies a force to the ball in the opposite direction to the one we collided in. The reason I've used impulse instead of force is because if I was applying a constant force, then the ball will get faster and faster, it'll accelerate away. That's what forces do. And impulse means just a temporary kick in the right direction. So this is the code here to check all the things I've collided with and push them away from me if they happen to be rigid bodies. Let's watch that in action. I've got my ball and I should be able to push that ball in whatever direction I'm traveling. Should go at about the same speed as me. It's kind of getting away from me a little bit, but if I die and reset, the ball will be back. Should be able to knock that ball in whatever direction I want. Knock the ball. It's behaving much more like the way I'd like it to. Of course, now our hitbox becomes a little bit more important because we're actually hitting something. So if that bothers you, then you can go to your player and just make sure that this capsule is nice and tightly around your player. So that's our collision shape. Change the size of the capsule here. Radius. Ooh. It was 0.5, try 0.1, or 0.25. That looks okay. It's got really tall though. Why is the height so big? Height of about 2 meters. Yeah, so that's a much tighter hitbox, and that's probably going to feel a bit nicer when I collide with my ball. Click play one last time. Now I've got a really tight hitbox, and I'll be able to collide nicely with the ball object, if I can ever catch up to it. There we go, colliding with my ball. That's it for this video.